What's up, Taiwan? I'm Eric Gao with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Starting off in local news, Taiwan is expected to extend the length of its mandatory military service from 4 months to 1 year. President Tsai Ing-wen is due to make an announcement on civil defense reforms later this afternoon. Earlier in the day, she convened a high-level national security meeting before speaking with members of her ruling party. Aside from the mandatory service extension, Taiwan will reportedly also boost firearms training for conscripts and increase their salaries. This comes as the nation is strengthening its defense capabilities in response to an increasingly aggressive China, which claims Taiwan as part of its territory. In recent days, Beijing sent a record number of military planes into the area around Taiwan in a 24-hour period. Earlier this week, Taiwan's city and county councils selected their speakers and deputy speakers. Taiwan's main opposition party, the Kuomintang, took most of those seats, but several of these new local officials allegedly have shady backgrounds, despite the party's recent push to clean up criminal involvement in politics. Leslie Liao has more.
Strong words from the opposition.
治安枪击事件连连，还跟黑道牵扯不清，这样子的一个情况，如果还让民进党继续执政，那真的是天理何在？
Last month, Taiwan voters chose new city heads. Going into the election, one of the main criticisms the opposition Kuomintang, or KMT, hurled at the ruling Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP, was that it had murky ties with organized crime. The KMT said it would clean up politics if elected, and it did get elected, winning big across Taiwan. Earlier this week, local city and county councils selected their speakers, with KMT candidates taking most of those seats. But now, it turns out that some of these KMT council heads may have ties to organized crime. One is the deputy speaker in the capital, Ye Linchuan, whose family is said to have gangster ties. But Ye says he's clean. It's not just Ye. 4 other speakers and deputy speakers have come under scrutiny for ties to organized crime or past criminal behavior. The allegations include participating in the mafia to assaulting public servants. Now that KMT officials with potential unsavory pasts have been named local legislative heads, the DPP isn't having it. The party's candidate for an upcoming legislative by-election in the capital has a dim view of the situation.
我们也看到我们对手的投票，其实这些都是公开的资讯，我们当然是觉得蛮讽刺的。
The DPP suffered a significant loss in the most recent local elections. Whether or not the KMT's accusations of ties to organized crime had any impact in those votes is hard to measure. But the KMT can be sure that with this latest development, the DPP will be watching their every step. Alex Chen and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
In other political news, the new mayor of Taiwan's capital, Jiang Wan-an, received a portrait of his great-grandfather and former dictator, Chiang Kai-shek, on his first full day in office. Taipei City Councilor Wang Sijian presented the gift at the Taipei City Council. He told the newly elected mayor, "You have no room for mistakes." Jiang Wan-an is the great-grandson of former President Chiang Kai-shek, who violently oppressed political opposition before his death in 1975. Councilor Wang appeared to reference Taiwan's authoritarian past in a warning to the new mayor.
用枪炮当上的都被我们台湾社会割舍掉了，更何况是用选票的。
Meanwhile, the head of the KMT's Veterans Chapter has been spotted at an event hosted by a pro-unification party. Pictures show retired General Ji Linglian smiling and socializing with guests at a function that was organized by the Chinese Unification Promotion Party. The event was held last week to celebrate a milestone in Chinese Communist Party history, the beginning of the reform and opening up policy instituted after the death of Chairman Mao Zedong. Another picture shows the head of the Unification Party, Zhang Anle, also at the event. Zhang is a controversial figure in Taiwan due to his background in organized crime. He spent 10 years in jail in the United States for drug smuggling. TaiwanPlus reached out to the Kuomintang and Ji for a response, but none had been received before airtime. Taiwan taxpayers are in for a pleasant surprise next year. The government is rolling out several new tax breaks that will benefit over 6 million households. Leslie Liao has details.
Between the holiday season and tax season, most people would choose the holidays. But Taiwan taxpayers will at least have something to look forward to when they file next year. Personal tax exemptions and basic deductions are set to increase by about $260 in 2023. Salary deductions will also increase by $230. Plus, the lowest tax bracket will expand to include more people. Altogether, a family of 4 should pay roughly $90 less in income tax next year. These new measures should benefit around 6.4 million households around Taiwan. This comes as the government collected over $93 billion in tax revenue in 2021, almost 20% more than the year before. That number is set to reach new heights again, with government income in 2022 forecast to break $100 billion. With an extra $15 billion projected to enter government coffers, there have been calls to share that extra cash. One lawmaker from the ruling party said the excess money should be returned to taxpayers. That could see every individual receive roughly $600. And in a year underscored by rampant inflation, every dollar counts. This all comes as Taiwan faces a demographic crisis. By 2025, it will become a super-aged society, meaning fewer people working and paying income tax. In fact, the population is already shrinking. So, with fewer taxpayers and rising tax allowances, where exactly is all the government's revenue coming from? The answer? Corporate tax. According to government statistics, taxes on business earnings accounted for nearly a quarter of the government's income in 2021. It surged 47% compared to the past year. Meanwhile, personal income taxes accounted for about 18% of 2021's income, growing only 5% year on year. Sales tax and securities exchange tax earnings also went up. By the time Taiwan's tax season rolls around in May, the holidays will be long over. But there will still be a little present for taxpayers, the gift of shelling out just a little bit less. Patrick Chen and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Politicians from Japan's ruling Liberal Democratic Party are visiting Taiwan to further develop ties between the two countries. The politicians all had links to assassinated former Japan Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who was known for his outspoken support of Taiwan. In a meeting with Taiwan's Premier Su Tseng, the group said they also wanted to cooperate against the rise of totalitarianism. Su said he hopes the visit will facilitate Taiwan's participation in a regional trade bloc, the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, of which Japan is a founding member.
我々はですね、この安倍元総理のご意思を継いで、日台関係をさらに発展させていかなければならないという決意を強く持っております。期盼在回国之后能够在日本国发挥影响力，对于台湾参加 CPTPP 相关组织能够多所协力。
Up north in Keelung, unique rock formations have been given official recognition as a Geopark. The city approved the application after considering the move for 2 years. Geopark status will help to conserve the sandstone rock formations on the coast of Heping Island. They are part of the same rock layer as the existing Yelio Geopark nearby, home to the well-known Queen's Head Rock. Some of the distinctive rock formations at Heping Island include the Leopard Rock, Tofu Rock, and Sea Rabbit Rock, all shaped by millions of years of sea and wind erosion. Local authorities hope the move will make the island a center for sustainable tourism and education. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of Arctic wolves enjoying a white Christmas at the Toronto Zoo in Canada. I'm Eric Gao. Take care and see you next time.